going on, guys? Today I'm going to be installing an aftermarket charge pipe, an atmospheric blow-off valve, so I can turn up the boost on the 135. So here's the parts I got to install today. So this is a VRSF charge pipe, and I got it with the Tial blow-off valve flange welded on there. And this is the Tial atmospheric blow-off that I'm going to be installing with the charge pipe. What else? We got some clamps that came with the VRSF charge pipe, the silicone coupler to attach to the intercooler. We also have these little caps that are going to go on the turbo inlet pipes. That's where the stock diverter valves went in. Since we're getting rid of the diverter valves and we're just going to atmosphere, we got to cap those off with those, and I think those are the hose clamps to attach them. So the first thing I have to do is remove this whole cabin air filter shroud. So it's going to be So it's going to be eight 8mm bolts to remove. Next up, I'm going to remove my 2 cone filters. If you were doing this on a stock car, you'd have to remove your air box. That would be right here, but thankfully mine's already gone. So I'll just remove the cone filters first to get those out of the way. Now I'm going to remove this front air inlet just to get that out of the way. That's going to be 4 T20 bolts. Next thing you're going to need to do is remove these diverter valve lines. I think you just twist these, the silver collar. I'm going to just cut this vacuum line right at the diverter valve. So I got both of the diverter valve lines out. I was a little confused because I had to rotate basically the turbo inlet side. I had to rotate it counterclockwise to then pull out, and the other side I had to rotate clockwise to pull out. And I see now that's because the actual joint itself is attached to the pipe on this side, and it's attached to the charge pipe on that side. So this is the diverter valve pipe, and that's the charge pipe side. So once I figured out that they need to turn opposite ways, they just turn and then pull out. So I loosened up this torque screw. I actually didn't have the right torque size. I think it's probably like a T30, but I had to end up using an Allen wrench to get that loose. And now I'm going to just loosen this, which is probably an 8mm hose clamp, and then yank this the C-clip off of the throttle body. All right, so I got the stock charge pipe out. So now I'm gonna have to unbolt the map sensor to put it on the new charge pipe, and that's gonna be a couple torque screws. Now I'm gonna start prepping the charge pipe for install. So this charge pipe comes with these 2 ports for meth. I'm not gonna be using that. So I'm just gonna loosen these up, and then I'm gonna put some pipe tape on these threads just to make sure they don't leak. Alright, I've got both meth plugs in. So next up, I'm going to put the map sensor on. So for this, they provided 2 Allen bolts. So one thing to remember is to make sure that you have it pointed the right direction. So just think about how it's going to be in the car like this. So you need to have it pointed down. Last thing on the charge pipe is going to be installing the blow-off valve. So for that, there's just an O-ring that sits on that groove, and then this should just sit on top and be held in place with this clamp. Now I removed the stock O-ring from the stock charge pipe, and now I'm going to fit it into the new pipe, and there should be a groove right down here that it fits into. Alright, so this charge pipe should be ready to go in. Now I'm going to be adding these caps to block off where the diverter valve pipes went into the turbo inlets. Now I'm going to use this provided vacuum line with the coupler to extend the vacuum line that was already in the car. Which looks like it's going to be impossible. So for the vacuum line that goes to the blow-off valve, the one they provided is like a 1/4 to 1/4, but the line that's on the car is much smaller. So I had this adapter, which is a 1/4 to 1/8. So I think that's going to work. I'm about to try it. Yeah, so that fits pretty snug. I'm going to also add a zip tie. Plug in the sensor. Okay, now before I actually clip it onto the throttle body, I'm going to try to put this elbow in here. Looks like it's going to be tight. Alright, so I've got the elbow in place. There are no clamps on yet. So now I'm going to clip it onto the throttle body, and then I'll throw those clamps on. There we go. All right, now I can attach the vacuum line to the blow-off valve. All right, so make sure everything's tight, and now I can put the filters back on, cabin air filter, and I should be good to go. Got everything back together now. So here's the finished look of the engine bay. The only real difference is you can obviously see this Tial blow-off valve right there, but everything else is kind of hidden by the filters. And I guess if you have a stock airbox, they would look even more stock. So now I'm going to take a test drive, make sure everything's functioning and the blow-off valve is opening, and make sure I don't have any weird codes or anything. So everything felt pretty normal on the test drive. So I think that's a successful install.